bet the old king 9 suited, flopped a flush draw, got it in versus queens, and we won it twice. You know, no big deal. Sometimes I get lucky too. So there we are. We're back. It's going to be a minute before the delay stops, and I'm able to actually see you guys stream or see you guys on stream again. But nevertheless, we will be out here. Your face ain't worth your pretty mouth, and your head. And you're screaming words you don't mean. Once I'm done with me. All right, let me get the new link tweeted out. And you came into yourself like broken glass. And you're selling words, and you're preaching words that don't need. I know you wanna take me home. You're in that big house all alone. All right, all right, all right. Do-do-do. All right. Let's do it. And I'm getting back to you. Makes me lose my mind. All right, we should be going live. I hope. I hope. What's going on? Lose my mind. There it is. Go live, baby. All right, we here. We back. We're in the mix. Hopefully all 500 of you that we lost come back. And dirty. Facing big blind defense. We are gonna play this one pretty standard. Queen is often just going to be the best hand here. And it's a good range card, so we're going to go ahead and bet 2/3. 9 of hearts is brutal. We just lose now. Except when he has ace-8. Okay. But I'm not gonna blame her. How did I get the double? I'm about to tell you. I played it very poorly. Fun player opens. He gets 3-bet, and it's the hand I come back to as I'm restarting my computer. I have king 9 of clubs in the big blind. I cold 4. Fun player folds, 3-better calls. Flop is, oh hello. Flop is jack high 2 clubs. I bet 3rd, he calls. Turn is a brick. I jam for pot and a quarter. He calls with queens. We run it twice. We win both. Club on the first, king on the second. Let's go. I think since I have the ace of clubs here, am I more... Yeah, I don't really think I have the option to slow play any longer. Especially at this depth. Yeah. And dirty. What up, E? What's good, man? Krosler says, did I miss a Quick Studies giveaway announcement? Quick Studies is free, bro. You could just go to s4y.io and sign up for the free roll account, and you get all the Quick Studies you can handle. But we are doing a giveaway for homeschool, as previously mentioned. All you have to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and go back to our Big Poker Secrets Revealed video and leave a comment. We will then enter you in a drawing for a homeschool seat that we will announce this Sunday, the following Sunday, and Wednesday the 19th will be the 3rd drawing. Be with her, I will go deeper. I will go deeper. Is Berkey up this session? I think I'm about even. I'm down like 4K. So I'm down small. Shout out Travis Moss. What's good, man? The canvas, making me say God, he was only just a little bit alive. You were always just a little bit alive. Fold. You were always just a little bit alive. You were always. Pieces, when it fits you right, all you need is just a little bit of light. Welcome back, Mark Jackson. Hopefully we get everybody back. Jason Schellenberger, it's today going better. Ran Jackson to aces for a buy-in. I think I'm down like 3K, 4K, somewhere around that at this point. I've been shown 7 deuce 4 times already. None of which were by me calling the river and them showing down. Some scenarios, it was just the best hand. It's been your normal day, I guess. We are hard stopping at 4:50 so that we can do the vlogcast at 5 o'clock. This video will just redirect you to that stream if you stick around for the entire time. Well, I like drinking whiskey most every night. Oops. In this bar when the sun goes down. I said, hey. All right, we defend. Jack of Hearts is pretty nice to have here. King of Hearts is nice. Why you do me wrong? about me to a friend of mine. I hear this, I hear that. What I hear the most is a kiss of these ties on the pavement, taking me towards the coast. I said, hey. That everyone knows. Huh. Can't figure out who's losing, who's winning. Every time you look me in the eye, take me for a ride. There we go. I think we're just gonna flat here. It's a pretty high frequency 3-bet, but given we're only 100 blinds effective, I think that we can flat a little bit more. The road in the wind, she got it leveled in me. Something about the way she holds that gun brings out the devil in me. 'Cause I'm miserable like a painter, and I got scars behind my eyes. And I got 10 fingers to play this guitar, but I got one for you tonight. So I keep spinning, oh, I can't figure out who's losing, who's winning. Every time you look me, I think we have a check here. You take me for a ride. When I can't understand what we're trying to hide. I think we need like half pot here for some value. 40%. Okay, we just get to call block. Ayah. It's just a phone call in my head. The clouds are darker than her hair. spinning, I keep spinning. Oh, it's gonna take a lot of grace to be forgiven. Every time she looks me in the eye, she takes me for a ride. And I can't understand what we're trying to hide. Tell me it's not too late to die from love. All she ever says, just a phone call in my head. Go on and tell me that it's never too late to die from love. All she ever says, just a phone call in my head. Go on and tell me that it's never too late to die from love. All he ever said. All right, I was playing around with the layout. I'm back. What up, Ivan Jakis from Split, Croatia? What's going on, my friend? Oh, man. Okay. I mean, I think we just call such a cheap price and lose to tens. We'll have better hands to bluff with. Anyway. Rock until you rock. Pretty favorable card for us. This should almost always check check. Did you watch the Phil and Dean Eggs match last night? What were your thoughts? White Magic greater than GTO. I did not watch it. I think we get the block here. From everything I heard, the match was pretty standard. Daniel ran a little bit bad, getting in 30 blinds with 8s versus ace 4, I believe. Good luck, E. Head into the TCH stream. What up, Jamin? What's good, my man? We're just out here grinding. I see a new name joining us. You can blame it on the rain. Looks like a third table has started. Pretty favorable flop for us. This would be one of the hands we would consider check raising on this board, but I think we'd rather lean towards the suited variety where we have backdoors. As is, we're going to bet like 40%, or sorry, like 50%. Probably could have even went a little larger. 7 of diamonds, not great for us as we unblock diamonds. Don't expect much to be folding. We can just check call now. Pretty good river for us. I think we can block bet here. We will have a lot of ace X in range. We would expect that card to get checked a lot. So when he has nut diamonds, he's going to call, obviously. He'll call with some of his king X and queen X for sure. And then there's the potential of him just turning some hands into bluffs that may possess a jack or a 10. So she knows. So she knows how much you need her, and that you miss her when she goes away from you. Easy defend. Not the best board. Probably call one. Some were born for love. Definitely can't call an overbet. Their wicked desire for you, my love. For you, my love. Mark Jackson says, Matt, can you talk about variance in the sense that I lose the big pots but win the small ones? How do I reverse that? Have better hands in the big pots, I think. It seems pretty standard. I mean, variance is the uncontrollables, right? So if it's variance that's impacting these results, then you can't do anything to control it. What's ultimately happening is in the small pots, your opponents have nothing. And in the big ones, they have very good hands. Okay. We have a decent triple candidate here. Would obviously prefer to have a diamond, I think, but we're going to go for this. And we win. Oh, sorry, I was showing the wrong table. Not very important. We basically just bet an open-ender and won. We're born for the hunting. Here we just get the block. Could have went a little bigger. I think 150 is probably better. Alright, here we're facing a 3-bet with the old 8s. And how beautiful it sounds. I'm feeling good about this one. I think we're going to make a set. And stack them. Or double. Maybe we just double holding on with 8s all the way to the end. Ooh, that's possible on this board for sure. Definitely not a texture we should expect many bets. There's the set. So this is a spot where we're almost always going to be betting range. Don't really need to go super large since we apply so much pressure to his range as a whole. 40% is pretty good, and we just win. Back on me, mama. I'm actually gonna sit out. I need to get some food. I'll be back in 3 minutes. What the hell happened? Everybody left. All right, we're back. Wow. 50,000. Crushing. John Hart says, how do you like Texas? Going to come back soon? I loved it. I don't know how soon I'll be back, but I definitely enjoyed it there. Games were good. Berkey, are all your opponents also watching the stream? Did they like and subscribe? I don't know, man. They fucking better have. Getting all this free info. Getting to see me bluff their faces off and have it not work. Got a little oatmeal and peanut butter mixed with a protein shake on the menu today. Highly recommended. I get those ready to drink Premier protein shakes, mix it up with a cup of oats and a tablespoon of peanut butter. Oh, throw a little honey in there. Unbelievable. Wow, Chin really put himself out on a limb. If Berkey wins 100K today, I'll give away 10 subscriptions to S4Y TV. I don't think there's 100K in play. I think we're drawing dead on winning a hundo today for sure. But I'll take 20. If I could win 20, that would be fantastic. All right, who wins? Why is everybody leaving? You would think that they'd be lining up. I lost $100,000 yesterday. What up, Lily? All right, Ryan, we're going to tango here. Let's go. The Lion King himself. God damn it. Oh, wow. Real hands. Oh, no, he did him dirty. The scoop. You hate to see it. This will be one of our limp raises. Not really a texture we're going to stab on. Get the stab now. I think we can block here. Just check call. God damn it. I would have been such a genius if I blocked there. We definitely have a call here. It's not a great card for our range. I think we can just check call sometimes here. All right, we're going to go for it again. Again, no real need to stab. What up, Plato Poker? Hope you're well as well. Brutal. Here we defend versus small blind raise. I think this is one of our worst flush draws, so we can pretty easily raise. We would have flopped the jack there. Probably good after a check. And we just win with the raise. Yeah, almost certainly good here after the check. Not any longer, though. All right. Cold 4-bet coming through. There's some merit to cold calling. There definitely is. Actually, there's a lot of merit to cold calling here. I don't really want to divulge why, but there just is. Pretty easy spot for us to get value. I think we largely just block here. Interesting spot here. We open pre, get called to 2 spots. We lead flop, get called in 2 spots, and then get donked into on the turn. I actually think we have a pretty clear raise here. It's not that clear though. We do block the jack of diamonds. I think I probably should raise because it's 3-handed, but this is also one of our best bluff catchers. I think I'm trying to get a king to hero, or sorry, an ace to hero here. He will have some like bad suited kings. We basically block all bluffs, so if we were to ever get shoved on, I'm pretty confident it's just a fold. Of all the things he's done, been a thief and I've been careless with the ones I love. We don't hide in the shadows, we don't. Just a reminder, if you guys want a chance to be eligible for the free seat giveaway in homeschool, I just need you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment on our original whiteboard video called Big Poker Secrets Revealed. Everybody who leaves a comment there will be entered into a drawing. We'll be giving away a seat this Sunday, the following Sunday, and then 3 seats the following Wednesday. Just what I've done. That's why I stay. That's why I stay on the run. This would have served as kind of a cool check raise spot. The old bottom pair trip draw. Now I think we just get to start value betting. Yeah, I think we can value bet again. I got blood. Blood on my hands. And I know that we're guilty. Still, I don't know. On the run. Do you think the games on King's Club are better than ACR? Yeah, of course, they're private. There's only 15 players in this entire pool, and I know all of them. CC says, Berkey, come play at the Lodge. High stakes 25-50 game the last week of June. I can't do it, man. The win is running a 10 million guarantee. And my guess is that the Lodge didn't know that when they scheduled because most of your big action players are going to be here. I know for a fact, like Penzo Dawn and that group of guys are coming here. I think this is just a check back 3 ways. Do. Very poor turn. We have a post in the cutoff. Pretty easy c-bet. Woo! Hello. Pretty clear 3-bet. All right, middle pair. Pretty easy spot to go for some value. We're not going to check back this board at too high of a frequency in 3-bet spots. I think we get to check back and then call a lot of rivers. We have the nut jack here. Could very well value bet river. It's close. Trying to think how many bluffs I take this line with. Probably not many. All right. It's fine. Spends my nights and steadies my days. She loves me like a river loves the sea where it roams. I'm in this drinking, I'll see you in the morning. Hold me tight, don't ever let go. Berkey, what is the right bankroll to play in this game you're playing? I would say comfortably you need like $500,000 to $1 million. That's if you're being responsible. I think you could probably get away with playing with like 250. In the night of the rise. Oh, hello. Hello, Nutter Butters. Half pot, call. I think at this depth, without a heart, we actually probably just want to call. When facing a lead here, I think now we get to lead because we should expect him to just check back 3 ways a lot. And now we just get to capitalize against the small blind's calling range. Probably could have led small, but it doesn't really make a difference. That are tearing me apart. This is one of our limp calls. Good flop. 1 blind. I think we can still just value bet here. Actually, check calling is probably best. He has more bluffs available to him. Happy to call. We'll probably be calling with king high here some of the time for sure. Yeah. Yep. Pretty natural check call here. We're still going to have the best hand. Some frequency. He has a lot of available bluffs. Same thing here on the turn. Once it goes check, check, we do still have the best hand. We also have a good draw. And we make said draw. I think we just get to check again and let him bluff now. Hi-ya. Pretty easy defend here with Jack 9. This is a spot where we'll probably call 2 pretty often. Half pot, pretty good. Improves us, not necessarily in the best way. I think we just block bet now. While we wait for that, we got kingers. Oh baby, the cold 4-ball. Love to see it. Let's take it uptown. Oh, he didn't have it in him. Once he checked the turn, I was just going to snap the river. Like, whatever. We lose, we lose. Took a funky line here. Oh! I probably should check river. I don't know, man. I don't know about this one. We defend the small. Check call flop. Donk on turn. And then go for it on river. I should maybe just check river. He has so many available bluffs. But now I kind of put myself into a weird and awkward spot where I'm calling the chop, but I obviously lose to full houses. His best bluff here is like king jack, king queen, I guess. I'm just gonna fold. I'm not really sure like what he's running that with. Yeah, I mean if he has king jack there, it's a really good bluff. The speed at which he shoved, I should maybe consider calling a little bit more. I don't know. I just take a funky line. When I take a funky line like that and I have value, I should probably just pay. Pretty shitty turn in a three-way pot for us. 6-7 gets there. Although 6-7's not really a big part of anyone's range, I don't think. It is a double gutty, though. I'm going to check. We have a pretty easy check call. Jack's nice. I think we just check call. Wins. Yeah, if I bet the turn, I just win. Yeah, that ace-7's weird. I took a weird line. That's definitely one to think about. I think that my line makes sense if I have a hand like ace-10, ace-queen, obviously. In which case now I just bet call off. When I unblock the queen 10, jackie, and king, opening up like way more of his bluffs, I probably am just supposed to just check call. The thing is, king jack doesn't bluff if I check. That's the only strange part. At least I don't think it does. It definitely doesn't in theory. I don't know what it does in practice, I suppose. Calling the call on me lonely day. You go walking around in your shadows. Spending your nights on the old stage. Falling that final like a gallows. Yeah, that line's regrettable. That line's regrettable, but like by the end, I think we'd rather have queen 10 than ace 7 as far as like betting river and calling a jam. Pretty good flop for us when we 3-bet. We get to go pretty big here. Tops and alleyways, we go walking around in your shadow. I'm gonna run to the bathroom after this orbit. I forgot to go when I made food. Oh, it's been a pretty good flop for us. I think we can start checking here. Pretty protected. Half pot makes a lot of sense. No reason to squeeze, we can just call. Pure pot here doesn't make a lot of sense. We do block the jack of diamonds, which is pretty nice. Our hand's obviously way too strong to fold. Pretty good river. I don't need you to love me. I just want to see you smile. All right, I'll be right back. I think, yep. All right. Hard and harder to believe. We like these short-handed streets. It don't get easier, and I just can't get enough. I really don't understand. My stack keeps growing, but yet I'm still down like $1,500. But since I last checked where I was down 4K, I've made 6,000 on one table and 4,000 on the other. What is happening here? Who is doing this accounting? I don't understand. I mean, I guess I lost a big pot somewhere that I don't remember. That tends to be the case. Matthew Shepard said, Berkey, did you get a chance to see the Dallas TCH live stream from Tuesday? Multiple 50K pots seemed like the perfect game for you to dominate. I was wondering if you were still in Texas. I am not, as you can see. And I haven't seen the stream yet. Silence echoes in a long stretch of trees, already burned by the fire. Is this fake money? Boy, do I wish it were fake money. A little sun, lot of rain, and it grew. It's only natural. We defend the big blind here. Check, check, flop. Small bet for us on the turn, and we win. Feel the world caving in. It's only underneath the skin. Time. Oops, way too much. Memories and regrets. Fate, you find it in the strangest. Oh, it just had an updated. I'm up 4K now. Let's go. Let's do it. Middle pair. Yeah, I think this is one of the ones we just bet. Be more inclined to check back like 10-9, Jack 10. Why is Roman so obsessed with ACR? What is he talking about? Who the fuck plays cash on ACR? And why do we think it's a big deal? Last I heard, the only people playing cash on ACR are bots. This is like his 7th question about ACR cash. While I'm playing in a game of 5 fun players. Like, what are we talking about, man? I like to play games where I can VPIP 35%. You know? Song about leaving home, being gone too long. Song about losing touch with your mom. A song about knowing your innocence is gone. It's a song about life. Hey man, it's a song about life. Big nothing burger for us. People in town try to clean up. I mean, it's a spot where we kind of have to go for it now. We do block 9-8, which is worth something. Wins! Gets the job done. Definitely a spot where we're likely to be over bluffing, but we also have a lot of 2 pairs that can go for value for 2/3. Write it on the bathroom stall. Really strong flop for us multi-way. This will be one of our check raising candidates. Ron Bragg says, Burke, did you see John Means no yesterday? A pass ball strikeout away from a perfect game. I didn't. I heard about it, though. It's pretty crazy. Well, I ain't much good at sweeping girls off their feet or the morning after. Best I can be in love is a well-placed disaster. This is a pretty good spot for us to go like 40%. Mexico singing songs about life. That makes no sense. Just absolutely stoned zero, other than he's trying to get a cheap showdown, is the best I could guess, with an overpair of sorts. Nines, tens, jacks, queens. Obviously, we have too much equity to fold. Pretty brutal river. Oh, Nidus, what are you doing, man? That is so not good. You just have your best bluff catcher. Tonight. Three ways here. We have a pretty natural peel, assuming it goes heads up. It does not. Wow, 3-bet. Just smashed it through. Sam Edelstein says, what is the rake? 30 bucks a hand, so about a half a big blind. Stop by and all they can ask me is what went wrong. I said the sin was easy and living was free, and at least the pigs, they were honest with me. What's so wrong with my life? Hey man, what's so wrong with my life? We have a pretty good bluff catcher. I'm doing the best that I can. I don't need a cross and I don't need a cross to go on with my life. Facing pot on the turn after he opens pre. Okay, we're gonna let it go. I don't feel good about it though. I'll go down. Jeremiah said, I'm one of the 4 Americans that plays ACR no limit, and you're a goddamn beast, my friend. But I promise if you had access to this app, you wouldn't be wasting your time on there. What up, Conrad? Oh, 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 every night. What kind of delay am I on? 5-minute delay? Just long enough they can't do anything. Outside my windowsill, and I cannot. Jason Parker says, Burke up or down? Just tuned in. I'm up about 7,000, 8,000 maybe. Eugene Green says, is there a time of day or night that you think you play your best? Early morning, afternoon, evening, late night? No, I feel pretty even keeled. There are times during the day where I might get a little anxious because I feel like I have responsibilities to do other things. So I guess maybe by that definition, evening, but it's rare that I get that feeling. If the game's good and I feel like I'm capable of playing well, then I just try to do exactly that. It's going to be a fold. Top two here versus an under the gun raise. We're going to go relatively small. Three-way pot. Small blind folds, unfortunately. Jack doesn't really change too much. I think we get to start polarizing here. So we're going to go just shy of pot. Oh, hello. We seem to have done something. Oh, would you look at that? All right, we call. I think we're mostly going to be up against some sort of draw. We have to go pretty big here. Not really a great range card, but we do have ace-deuce in range. It's a pretty brutal river. This is pretty tragic for our hand. He'd probably have to be turning some sort of... Yeah, I mean, his hands just face up to the flush. But, like, it's not nut. Whatever, I call. Yeah, I mean, it's just so dumb. It's just so dumb. It's like, it's such a goofy line because I could just have nuts. But obviously, like, he can't check the river spade either because I just check back top set, which is brutal for his line work. We just run bad. That's all. We 3-bet the tens, flop the top set, and just lose to the jack five. I mean, that's life, you know? He doesn't even know what the action was here, I promise you. He thinks he opened pre. So, like, this is just going to be a 3-street call. He almost certainly just, like, has some dust. Can't potentially have a queen, but he's probably just betting a jack twice, too. Now, obviously, all draws miss. Good opportunity for us to just go for it. Put his bluff catchers in the cage. There it is. Got him. How do I lose in this game? All right, so we get 4-bet clicked here by the King 9 suited 5-bet caller. We're just going to go for this. Put in a third of stacks. The man got so giddy that he sucked out on top set that we managed to get him in the next pot where he forgot the action and just led twice. Nevertheless, he's still plus 5,000 between the two pots. So last laugh is on us. I mean, I guess I can just fold river in a spot where there probably are no bluffs, all things considered. Alan Pham says, any insight on the Texas live poker scene long term since it's technically not regulated? I don't see any real problems, to be honest. I think that it's going to be good for quite some period of time. Doesn't seem as though the government cares all that much about getting involved. Well, I grew up on the corner of Scott Avenue and Pearl. I probably should have considered 3-betting the flop on that 10-4-5 board, just because I don't think he has many check raise folds on a texture like that. And we were so deep that I think I could just like really bloat the pot. I probably could have went for, I don't know. I mean, exploitatively, I could have bet much larger on the turn, but in theory, I really just can't because he has all the 6-7 and some of the ace deuce, where I have like little to none of it. Of your hallowed hall, it's my home. Carry me. It's my home. Down that long and lonely road. It's my home. Valley and goes chugging through the night. Oh. Listen to the river, anywhere I go. Okay, we try again. Again, we have the set. And we unblock the 9 of hearts, which is very important. 40%. Down the road. Long and lonely road. It's my home. Ooh. It was raining on a Monday afternoon after the funeral. Bad flop. And the shadows start to fall. I'm living. I think we can block bet. Oh, hello. I think we have to check here. Based on the flop check back and then the call on the turn, I think he just has like very marginal showdown value. Could have obviously ran out diamonds, but I think he has available bluffs to him. So we just check call. Ugh! Come on, man. The guy has a gut shot with no diamond in his hand. Oh my god, he literally had 2 outs where he gets paid. Come on, what is going on here? It just doesn't make any goddamn sense. So cold 4-bet 10-8, flop nothing, give up. Call a turn bet with a gut shot that's dirty. It's not the gut shot, and you don't have diamonds in your hand. River said diamond gut shot and then pot it. Oh Christ! And somehow find a set. Like somehow find the guy with a set. This is every day for me. I'm more tilted today than I was yesterday, and I lost that spot 1,000 times. Back on the road in the rain, and I'm trying. I guess I could probably expand my 5-bet range to include 9s in spots like that. It's probably not the worst thing in the world. 400 blinds deep, all things considered. Pretty sure I would have called a river bet. So in love with the flame. Ay, 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 ay. You make it tough. Should go check a lot. Not a lot of logical bets in this spot. Very advantageous card for my range. Overbet makes no sense whatsoever when we just have ace king. We're gonna call because I just don't believe him. Heart is pretty bad. Actually it's not. It's really not. Spade's worse. Spade's much worse. And we have the Jack of Hearts, which is nice. I still don't believe him, to be honest. I still don't believe him. Yeah, I just don't believe him. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Sometimes you just have to throw theory out the window and say, you know what? I call. I call. Cash Hepper says, have you announced a live academy for the fall yet? We have not. We're trying to get one at the end of June, but I don't know if it's going to work. Dom says, what up, Burke? Glad to see the streams back. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you being here. Josh Ledford says, Matt, make me a poker pro. I know nothing about poker. Come to homeschool, bro. We got you. Berkey, have you ever been cheated in a private game? And if so, how did you figure it out? I don't know if you can call it cheated. I played in a private game where all the regs that weren't the fun money, quote unquote, were backed by the house. But I literally figured it out 2 sessions in and willfully continued to play the game because I thought that the regs were not very good. And I did really well. So I don't know if they were colluding with one another. I honestly don't care because if they were terrible at it. And yeah, it was just one of those things where it was like too good of a spot to pass on. What's not there, it wants you back. Open the button, defend by our man, the Lion King. C-bet third, call, turn ace, check, check, river 5. I think we just go for it now. We just punish these bluff catchers. Don't ask why I love you. What's not there? It wants. This will be a fun one. We can small bet here. Just deny some equity. Yeah, this raise kind of isn't a thing after checking back flop. Obviously, he never has straights. He could have hands like 8-7 that chose not to bet flop. I just find that very hard to believe. In any event, we have a good enough hand to peel, especially against somebody who's just generally over bluffing. Doesn't make a lot of sense with an 8, right? Seems pretty improbable that he's going for it twice. Also, he does get to go a lot thinner for value because he bluffs so frequently. Nevertheless, I do think... I mean, my hand could justifiably turn itself into a bluff, but I don't think that better necessarily is even in here, so I'm just going to call. Okay. I mean, that's a really thin value bet on the end, but it's a pretty good one given his image because I have to call with hands as wide as a deuce. I guess I don't have to, but it's reasonable for me to call with hands that contain a 6 in that particular spot. All right, we 3-bet big here, take or face a call. I think we are just going to bet small here. We just 4-bet the king 8 on the other table and won. Far away you. Pretty good flop, guys. Pretty good flop for us. I think we just bet smallish, 20%. We're just going to call and let him continue to bluff. We have a pretty good bluff catcher. And depending on size here, we'll start to make decisions on our hand. Yeah, it looks like he just has a hand that's probably going to go for 3. So we're just going to call. Black. It's a nice river. We're hoping to see something like 3/4 pot. That would be ideal. That still includes some 2 pairs. Yeah, that hand has to go for it, man. It's never good at showdown. Fuck. Well, we played the hand perfectly. We definitely extracted the max. Actually, I guess that's not true. We could check raise the turn and then maybe check river and see if he goes for it. That might be the ideal way to play against the naked ace of diamonds. What a holy man did you see? What lovers did you touch? Peel 1. Brutal. Dream in my own hand. That's not the flop we're looking for, team. I'm gonna check 1. The dead. And fold. 6s back to back. Good luck with all that you do. Far away you. Here we're defending the big. Half pot, we call with the backdoor. Turn brick. Check. River 6. We just have the best hand a lot here. We're gonna check call, I think. Tight check. Very tight check. He's coming after you. We're pretty much break even on today's session with about an hour and a half left to play. Picture of a plane onto Amelia heart who is gone insane. A Billy Graham is yelling, hey, don't forget to tie your shoes. A new world war. Sun is growing over, he's feeling sore. The Holy Ghost is planning her CNN debut. I think we get to deny a little equity here. We just fold. Don't let it make you break. Oh, man, no. I won't be your Don Quixote. We're just trying to fold out ace high here, which we should be up against pretty high frequency. Not a great combo, obviously not having a club. And what he might be tanking with is if he has the naked ace of clubs. But as played, we get to go for it here with like just a 10. Like a 10 is good here. It's such a high frequency that we get to bet pretty, I wouldn't say recklessly, but we just get to bet. I'm bluffing Ryan on the other table, and I'm not showing it because I want to torture him. Fuck, he shoved. How does he shove? I'm the second nut blocker. God damn it. What a joke. What a joke. How does he find a shove there? Maybe he can't see my cards. He just couldn't beat the jack high. All right, another 3-bet pot versus the Lion King. We flop Gutty. Call. Ace high is likely to be best some of the time. We peel said Gutty. See your face on the wrecking ball. Yeah. Silence. In this water you drown. As you drown. Berk, what's the chances that the other players may be colluding? I would say incredibly low. Not 0%, but incredibly low. Two of the guys in the game are the game runners, so they're just reaping the rewards of the rake. The other 3 don't know each other, to my knowledge. Outside of the game, anyway. Actually, I think this becomes one of our checkbacks. Pretty easy call. Should check on the river. This line makes no sense. It kind of reeks of 7-5 or busted whatever. Could be the nut flush draw. Although, I don't know what he would expect me to have, other than better. Could be ace-9, ace-8, ace-6. I think our hand just calls. That's so dumb. He overbets the turn with what stands to be the best hand most of the time. Like, obviously I'm never folding a pair. Oh my goodness, it's so annoying. It's like you just know the river's gonna be an ace, so you overbet the turn to get called by a hand that will be inferior by the next card. That makes perfect sense. And then I just obviously have a bluff catcher to call with. Like, when I check back flop, I have worse ace high. So we should overbet turn to get worse ace high to fold. That makes perfect sense, man. These fucking guys. These fucking guys. Oh, Christ. side. Well, that's a good event. It's just that my heart is always headed out the door. Okay. It's good for us. It's good for us. Ship it. Right side of one. Let's go. Let's go. That's a big jam. Start the show. I think we just check what's likely to be the best hand. We obviously just call. By my side. I gotta tell you, this is a hard-fought 5K that we are winning right now. A hard-fought 5K. We have just been rivered over and over. I know that sounds like some weird pedestrian bad beat that you would hear outside of a 1-2 table, but it's the way that it's occurring, right? It's the way that we're getting to the river that makes it so brutal. Because in every one of the spots that it's happened, our opponent's hands have literally been face up as bluffs. Like literally just transparently bluffs. I'm gonna overbet the turn in a spot where like I just don't have any good hands and my opponent has a lot of bluff catchers. Boom, smash it on the end, right? Or like, you know, call in a 4-bet pot with 10 high and then we make a set on the river. It's just so transparent that like we're up against nothing. That's why we checked the river when we made a set, right? It's just like, oh, it's very likely we were against nothing, so we should just check now that we made a set and hope the nothing bets. Turns out that nothing hit a gut shot. Someone's gonna play the fool tonight. Chances are it's gonna be me. Breathe to her, walk a straight line into the sea. It's a good check raise candidate for us. What she knows. Chris McMardo McMurdo says, thanks for streaming again, Berkey. Always fun to watch. My pleasure. This is a pretty brutal turn. Yeah, I think we just have to check. Now we get to block. 8-9 gets there. Actually, I don't even think blocking makes a lot of sense. I think we go like 60%. We have more 8-9 than he does. He obviously has more king-queen than us, which is what it is. Yeah, we just fold now to a jam. We'll have plenty of bluffs there. We'll have hands like queen 9, king 9 that'll choose to bluff. Never love dies. I think that's proper with the jack 10. We could perhaps just check call, but I don't know that he has a lot of bluffs. It's pretty hard to find bluffs in that particular spot. It would have to be a hand like king jack, I guess, where he rivers a pair and decides that it's not good enough to just check down. And I don't really think worse one pair hands bet. He would have to have a hand like ace queen, ace king that he checked back on the turn in order to value bet on the river when things got worse. Also doesn't make much sense. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that line. Maybe we could go 40% instead of 60, but I feel like we're just missing out on a lot of value from his one pair holdings. Coming into the final hour of this stream, just a reminder, if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, shoot us a comment on one of our earlier videos in order to qualify for homeschool. So if you just go over to the quick studies teaser called Big Poker Secrets Revealed and leave us a comment, you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win a free seat to homeschool. We'll be giving away 5 seats total, so don't miss out. You were laughing when the sun came up. You were holding on to me. Oh, but honey, you... Bring it back to me. You're so right about me. Very good flop for us. This is one of the 10s that we could bet smaller, but facing a loose big blind defense range, I think we just go bigger, check back this turn, and then call rivers. It's not the ideal river. I mean, at some point I have to start folding bluff catchers to him. I just don't know when that point's going to be because it's not now. It really should be. I think this is probably one of the spots to just fold. I'm trying to think like what hands he could possibly have. He could have like Jack 9. He could have a bunch of backdoor spades. Whatever. I mean, we just pay, man. We just pay. We just pay. Because he has hands like that. When he has hands like that, we just pay. That easily could have just been ace 7 that he turns into a bluff. I think we can fold our other 10s. We can fold like a 10 that has a spade. We can fold a 10 that doesn't have a 9. If you're feeling... we're going to check here 4 ways. Blue heaven, don't leave me waiting down by the waterside. On Sunday morning. Paul says, wouldn't you be a massive winner in this game if you tighten up your ranges a little? I don't think so. I mean, maybe it would add to my win rate, but I doubt it. It would just give me fewer hands to play against weak players. Most of the big pots I lose are with very good hands. So I don't know that... Like, I don't lose big pots with bad hands as far as I've seen. I don't know that cropping off the bottom 10% is really going to change too much. We're going to get somebody. We are going to get somebody. I can feel it. If you're feeling low down, there's a place on the outside town. There's a river that is bending. Ooh, don't leave me hanging. The water's slide. We're gonna get someone. I think it's gonna be Nidus. Been holding on too long. Jack Mijas says, "What up, Matt? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Quick question: how will one know if they want a seat to homeschool?" Well, you have to watch the stream on Sunday, either in real time or watch the playback. In which case, we'll have a moderator reach out and ask for your email. Really favorable turn for us to double barrel on. Snap call is problematic. Very likely to be a weak ace. Block ace, queen, ace, jack. Ace X of clubs has a difficult time calling a rip. I think ripping is worth something here. But I'm a coward. I'm just going to shut down. I don't think this is the best hand to do it with. I think we'd rather have... I'm not even sure, to be honest. Yeah, I think that hand has to fold. Blocking clubs is pretty poor at that point. I think I can rip there, exploitatively speaking, and expect that hand to fold at a really high frequency. It's pretty tough to call with one pair when I shove for 3 pots in a spot where I just have kings and ace-king. This is one of our natural checkbacks. I think we can bet now for denial. Run home to Jesus, why don't you, babe? Has there been many live games for you during COVID? I got to play a fair amount. I would say I played like 25 sessions last year, give or take. When you lie, you lie. Do you really think your win rate only comes from big hands? No, of course not. That's why I was making the argument to play more than just big hands. I think the chat was implying that my win rate only comes from big hands. Should correct pre-flop be one of your edges? Correct is relative. Correct pre-flop is only correct relative to other people playing correct ranges. So there's no such thing as an optimal opening range. It's only optimal based upon each and every strategic response behind you. So if 5 people are playing 60% ranges, you're not incentivized to play 10. That would be crazy. You can garner a lot of value by playing 30. keep them honest. So to further elaborate as far as like generating win rate from preflop, the way that solvers arrive at preflop ranges is they iterate how an opening range from a position will play against the response of each range behind them, right? So if you're looking at an under the gun range, it assumes that under the gun 1 is going to respond a very specific way, so it's fixed. Under the gun 2, under gun 3, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It also needs to account for post flop, right? So it's also assuming that the post flop strategy of each position is fixed. And first of all, those assumptions are wildly off from what even equilibrium would look like, because we don't have the computing power to run, 5 bet sizes per street with the ability to check raise for multiple, right? So the post flop tree is greatly simplified to even arrive at these pre-flop ranges. But secondarily, the second that each strategic response behind you becomes flawed, you're now incentivized to play very differently from the initial strategic opening range that you developed, right? The easier way to convey this is to look at a 3-bet range. If you recognize that from under the gun 1, you're supposed to 3-bet under the gun like with, say, 7% of hands, that obviously changes if under the gun is opening 60% of hands. Now you might be incentivized to 3-bet like 15% of hands, maybe 18 or 20% of hands, right? Because there's so much available win rate in just isolating a loose, weak range. Whenever we talk about perfect preflop play, it's just simply not a thing. It's conditional, right? It's completely predicated off of the other 8 individuals in the game, or 7 or 6, depending on how many handed you're playing. And I don't know if you've noticed, but we've played 5-bet pots where King 9 suited is shown down, and 4-bet pots where 10-8 suited was the 4-better. So this greatly alters your availability to play hands profitably. If 5-4 suited is a 0 EV open at equilibrium, it certainly becomes plus or minus EV whenever you're playing against ranges that are significantly wider. All right, we raise call here with 5s versus the Lion King. This is a board texture we're probably going to defend 1 on, especially versus small bet. Pretty brutal turn for us. Gives him the freedom to kind of barrel off. This is a nice texture for the out of position 3-better. Yeah, that's a good sizing. We're going to lay it down. Wrap their wings around you, shield you from the light. Sing your hallelujah of my wicked soul. Tree visions and feel that holy road. I think we just have a pretty easy bluff catcher here. Now we can bet for denial. We're obviously protected in the sense that we're going to check some hearts. Now I think we can just check call. At least some of the time. He's going to have a lot of busted hearts or just Jack 10 high. When he doesn't bluff with those hands, it makes me check calling way worse. So I need to take that into account in future spots and consider folding some of my, what you would consider to be 0 EV bluff catchers. Like I should just check call with a heart there instead of without. We are in the devil. What am I doing? I'm drinking whiskey on your... Ay, ay, ay. How does that happen? That don't come. How do you get in the best games like these? Do you befriend opponents in big live events? No, you just play a lot of hands, man. People want somebody who's going to be in the mix, you know? You bluff catch a lot on the river. People want to get paid when they have big hands. I'm happy to oblige. Worth your pretty mouth. Pretty favorable board. Not going to be a lot of 5-6 out there in a 3-bet pot. Will be some for sure. Tends to be a little bit more ace-5. I think our hand could check call 1. Like broken glass. My note says he has it. Pretty clear call. It's a nice turn for us. In most spots, this is a good lead, but I'm just going to let him keep barreling off. River, I'm going to block. I think it might induce some more bluffing, and it ensures we get paid by king, which might likely check down. Yeah. Getting back to you. Good board for us. Not really going to check back much here. Every time she came, me dancing, makes me. pretty annoying. Yeah, that's annoying. That's annoying. Arif says, do you have a backer for games like these as well, or just the nosebleeds? I haven't had a backer since 2019. Actually, really 2018. We kind of parted ways in January of 19. So yeah, I have all my own actions. Sometimes I sell if it's like above 200, 400. So no, I don't. Berkey, do you worry about pros ghosting VIPs in games like this, like Jungle Perkins drama from a while back? When I very first started playing, I accused one pair of doing that. I'm still uncertain if I was right. And honestly, I didn't even care. I just wanted to know if I was playing against the rec or the pro. But no, in general, again, this is a very small group of people that are heavily vetted in order to get in. So, like, I'm not really sweating too much of this stuff. Obviously, you keep an eye on it, but you just make sure that things look up to par. Stugat says, Berkey, I have a 5-subject notebook full from Love of Game Theory, Academy Primer, and Back to Basics. Also watching, identifying, losing decisions. What next should I start working on? Well, I would go back and review your notebook. That's an awful lot of work in order to not, I guess, revisit it. But I would definitely watch Matt Hunt's How EV Works Mastermind. I think that that's worth a lot. I think Christian's Hand Classes course is very good. Once you have the basic fundamentals down pat, I would think that you would get a lot out of the exploitative matrix. And I mean, a lot of the stuff that Hunt has done most recently is just very good. He's really integrating a lot of solver work and demonstrating data as to why these strategies perform the way that they do. Do 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 always. Very good flop for us. In general, this is a check back. Exploitatively, I kind of want to just play a big one, which I think I would do if I had ace jack or ace 10 of hearts. In this situation, I'm just going to check back though. We have a very natural bluff catcher, especially against an overbet. This is close between a call and a jam. This is very close between a call and a jam. He definitely has worse flushes. He could have jacks full or two combos of 7-8. I think it's close enough where we're just going to go for it though. Especially after overbetting turn. Yeah, got him. Got him. Sometimes you have to punish the 8-9 offsuit for being in there, you know? My friend got timed out and was forced to check to me, so now I don't know what to do. It's a 3-bet pot. I think I just check back because this is a forced check. It wasn't a chosen check. That's unfortunate. I do think I peel 1 here for a small bet. Yep. Towards the coast, and I said, hey. Do you think Helmuth's game is perfectly tailored to the heads-up duel type of game? Sit and go, where blinds go up like tournament setting. He's been crushing it on there. I think he's more tailored to it than most of the people he's playing, for sure. But I think there are better in the world at it than him. JC says, hey Matt, with the addition of the ante and cash game, should we still be defending our blinds button with a wider range, or just 3-bet at a higher frequency to take advantage of dead money? The answer to that is without an ante, you should be playing the blinds much tighter. With an ante, you should be defending a lot more, both through 3-bets and calls. So both ranges will become more aggressive, or will become wider, I guess. But you do a lot of calling, specifically from the small blind. Berkey, I'm curious, do you tip the dealers when you win an MTT? I was watching the big tournament in Texas, and Ryan DePaulo was in the chat saying that he doesn't tip. What's your thoughts on this? Yeah, you can't tip in MTTs. You'll go broke. They already take out a massive chunk for rake, which is supposed to cover the staff and dealers. And basically, like, so here's a great example, right? Say you win the WSOP main event, and you decide to tip $100,000. Just an absurd amount of money, right? Like, that's a ridiculous amount of money to ever leave as a tip. If you were to do that, you would be giving up 6 figures of your own money that could be leveraged into a whole lot more and a lot more good done with it than giving 10,000 dealers an extra $100. Or sorry, 1,000 dealers an extra $100, right? So you're literally giving $100 to 1,000 different dealers. And if there are more than 1,000 dealers, let's say there's like 5,000 dealers, now you're giving $20 to 5,000 dealers. So it's just utterly meaningless, the contribution, but it's very meaningful to the individual because they can do so much more to leverage that money for good. That is neither here nor there, though. Really, it's just like the 11 to 13% that they're already taking. It's difficult to beat that rate to begin with. All she ever said is just a phone call in her head. Tell me that it's never too late to die for love. All she ever says just a phone call in my head. Go on, tell me that it's never too late to die for love. All he ever says. I think we have to peel one here. Pretty not great, but it is blind versus blind. We have a pair, and our deuce is probably very clean. It's just tough because he's probably going to double barrel. I guess not. That makes me think he either has an 8 or a jack. So we win sometimes, we lose sometimes. Okay, yeah, that hand's not really a great double barrel bluff. Really good spot for us here. We won the first run there. We're going to probably lose the second run. Here we squeezed with ace-10. We get the 10-7-3 board. Pretty profitable spot for us. Deuce is very insignificant, so I think we're just going to set up for 3 here. We have the 10 of spades, which is pretty relevant. We're going to go 2,500 and then be all in on the river. Could maybe check river, I guess. When we try to find the hands that call 3 times. Checking might make some sense. 8-9 gets there. 4-5 gets there, which probably wasn't a big part of range on flop. I just think we have to get max from a worse 10 or 8s or 9s or 7x. In a 3-bet squeeze pot, we just had the best hand here a lot of the time. He could have jacks, but he flatted the Lion King, which makes you think it's less likely. Okay, so same hand. That seems more probable, although I don't think that hand really defends versus a 3-bet squeeze when we went so large. What do you tip the dealer in a cash game that you play? I tip $5 every hand that I win, which is a lot. I probably, yeah. I mean, I don't play a ton though, so I'm only playing like 30, 35 sessions a year, so it's not too bad. To the airport. Ooh. Not really a great bluff candidate, but we can get some better hands to fold. We whiff here defending the big blind. We're born for love, for the fire. Some were born with twisted ushers, and there desire. My love. Beats for you, my love. And the tearing of the flesh, how beautiful it sounds. All right. We get some squeeze action by the lion. We're in there. We flop nothing. God, it's painful. It is painful. Back on me, mama. 'Cause you know it's just tonight. All the angels out your window are just looking for your light. All the world's a giant canvas. Don't you miss a single stroke. Let everybody's institution be your little joke. Even Jesus wasn't safe, girl. Jason says, when moving up, did you ever have mental hurdles to get over between stakes? If so, how did you deal with it? Not really, just because I fired so hard. So like, I was always so massively underrolled that I was expecting to fluctuate between stakes. So like, I could be playing anything from like 2.5 to 25.50 in a given stretch. So the mental hurdles were just like pain tolerance. Like, how willing am I to constantly be broke? How willing am I to, kind of ride the dragon a little bit and run it way up, or potentially run myself into ruin? And the answer was I was pretty tolerant. So I think like most of it was just like getting over the emotions of the swings, because it's very difficult to be indifferent to results whenever they matter so much in the short term anyway. Never cared too much for me, girl. I could never choose between the heartache of the hero. What up, Matt Van Dam? Alright, we have the diamonds, so we're just going to kind of go for it here. We don't have many other lower EV hands, I don't think. Ryan Braun says, can you give an example of range splitting? Yeah, so I guess a good example would be like single raise pot, board texture comes 963 rainbow. You're gonna have two different bet sizes on that texture. You're gonna have a small size and a large size. So you wanna be able to divide your hands in a balanced manner. So you're gonna take some of your best nines like ace nine, king nine, and you're gonna allocate them to the big size. You're also gonna take your best pairs that need protection like jacks, tens, and queens. You're going to allocate those to the big size as well. Then you're going to take hands that don't need as much protection that are doing pretty well for value, like top set, aces, kings, your weaker nines like 9-8, 9-7, things like that. And you're going to allocate those to the smaller size. And then you're going to build out the rest of your weaker, lower EV hands around each of those categories. So obviously the bigger size is going to be pretty narrow. The smaller size is going to be rather wide. And that's a pretty simple example of range splitting in a nutshell. And then dependent upon which bucket you fall into, whenever you select those sizes, the turn will then play out in a very particular way. Like either you're going to have a very narrow range going into the turn, or you're going to have this very wide range going into the turn. And you'll have to split again. One chance to live again. Good flop. Probably not one we want to be check raising with this particular hand. Just going to call a small bet, drill a deuce. Ooh, jack of diamonds is nice. Not so nice because he does have king queen in range. Oh, hello, mama. Mamacita. Do we have a lot of bluffs like this? That's the question. I think the answer is no. Yeah. I think the answer is largely no, so we're just going to block bet. Gun. And hope to get raised. Maybe a little ace deuce is in range, you know? There it is. What do you know about that? So we are going to 3-bet here. gonna be brutal if he has like king queen of diamonds exactly, but can't sweat it. I think we just rip. Yeah, I think we just rip. A wedding ring. I think all of our bluffs at this point that would bet 3-bet would be like king 10, king jack, queen 10. Some of them would call, some of them would shove. Got him. You love me. Okay, we got ourselves a little dangler here. Nothing but blues to sing. Spade. Chip it. A wedding ring. Decent flop for us. We get to go pretty small here. A lot of very good turn cards for our hand. It's funny, the best range cards are not great for our actual hand. The worst range cards are actually pretty good for our hand. Interesting spot. Not positive where he's pulling his check raises from here. It should be hands like Jack 10, 8 10, maybe some Queen 10, but we block all of that, particularly with the backdoor. Anyway, we obviously have a call. He'll be check raising plenty of Ace X as well. 8 10 does complete. Queen 10 now has an open ender. I would think most of his Ace X is checking here, with the exception of like Ace 7, Ace 9, Ace 10. Coming with an overbet's kind of strange. I don't know that Ace 7, Ace 9 is doing a lot of overbetting. 8 10 obviously is, but we block that heavily. He should really only have... I mean, it's a rainbow board. He could check raise all of it if he really wanted to, but mostly you'd want to lean on spades, clubs, and hearts. I do think we have another call, just given the equity of our hand. We find ourselves on a brick river. I don't... Yeah, I mean, he's just going to win here, I think. We're either going to have, like, the same hand, or... We're either going to have the same hand, or he's going to have a hand like Ace 9, Ace 7 that just wins. I think we beat 8 6. That might be the bluff that gives up, for sure. Actually, that's for sure the bluff that gives up. Okay, 10 deuce is... I mean, it makes sense. It's a little bit ambitious. That makes sense. That makes a lot more sense in a heads-up scenario. So if we were just playing... If we weren't four-handed, that line, I think, makes a lot more sense by Alex. That synagogue end. That was an interesting hand. Way to the night, they cry for wanting, the walls just fall apart, falling sometimes. This is a little bit loose beforehand, and I don't think it's too terrible. I mean, we obviously have a fold here. You were just a memory. Brock Grimaldi says, Chin's crypto rich now. Once BTC hit 50K, his ex hit him back up and Chin gave in. The man is gone. Gone forever. All right, guys, we're heading into the last 15 minutes of this stream, give or take. Really appreciate everybody for stopping by and hanging out. We are winning today. We're up a solid 22,000, which is nice. Getting back, 15% of what we lost yesterday. We are going to go live with the S4Y vlogcast right after this at 5 p.m. So if you're here to the bitter end, it'll just redirect you to the live stream link for the S4Y vlogcast. Would really appreciate everybody sticking around, tuning in. We're going to talk all things Apex Predator with Helmuth and Negreanu playing in the high stakes duel part 2 yesterday. We're going to discuss this cash game a little bit. We got ourselves a blind on blind spot here. I limp called 225. And we're going to find out where the fuck Chin's at. Easy call here. We could donk this turn sometimes. I think we can maybe even check raise when he bets, just because it's so infrequent that he bets. I do think we have to bluff our hand now. We don't really have the greatest candidate, having both diamonds and nothing that interacts with the board, but we have more 4x than he does. We're just really trying to get like king high, queen high to fold. Hiding his drink, sleeping on the mission steps. Time will tell. It's okay. Don't you cry, Beulah May. Beulah May, your dress is torn like face you had worn. Promises I swore I'd never. While you slept, deeper in the earth you go, find slowly go insane. Girl, it's alright. It's okay. It's alright. Squeezy, squeezy. Best case scenario is it goes fold call. I guess second best is fold fold. Actually, second best might be call call. I'm not sure. Interesting spot. Same player that we were just blind versus blind against. He opens pretty much 100% versus our limps. Here we flop top pair. I think we just put in a small check raise. Face a call. Deuce only completes 4-5, which we should have more of than him. I think we're going to go somewhere in the neighborhood of half pot, maybe a little bit more. Basically targeting hands like 6-5, 6-7, weaker eights. We could block this river. I think that that's very reasonable. I think that's very reasonable given our kicker. I think worse 8x, we just check. Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. That's pretty unfortunate right there, kind of gross. 9-7 did get there on the end. We probably can consider checking when that's the case. Pretty close. Happy with the result, all things said and done, but kind of a dumb hand to lose. Never get nervous, you never get lost. The house always wins, it's a long, long way. Okay, versus big blind defense, we're going to be c-betting here quite frequently. This is no different. 5 is a good card for us to check back. On a river jack, we'll go for thin value. If we face a block, we probably just call. Maybe not, though. Maybe not. We're really only checking back the turn because it's a range play. We want to check back a lot of our ace highs, and utilizing some of our weaker kings is good too. I think it's pretty thin here, but we can get called by Jack X of hearts. This is dangerous against a competent player because he's just going to have a blocker to bluff with. He's just going to like take a 3 and just pound us with it. So we've now kind of put ourselves in this leveling war where either we were raise folding or we were doing this to induce this 3-bet, in which case now we just have to call down. It's not great. It's not great. But we know for a fact that like this is a bluff or it's the nuts, right? Like this isn't a king jack type play. It could be, I guess. It could be. It could be a sets. So it's like sets plus, I think. In any event, yeah, I think I'm going to call. He's just too capable of this. We don't hide in the shadow. That's definitely not like a theoretically sound play. Like in theory, my hand just pure calls. Like, oh, you face 40% on river, pure call. That's why you check back the turn, is to have some pure calls on brick rivers. But against a very competent thinking opponent that can lead river for value, then face what perceives to be a nonsensical raise, blocking the only hand that I could do that with, which is King Jack. It just makes a lot of sense for him to recognize that his hand probably isn't best. I'm getting thin with some King trash, and he's going to go for it. Or some Jack trash, like I could have like Jack 5, something like that, that he's just putting in the blender now. On the run. If you do. Somehow this is the first time he doesn't raise us. Good texture for our hand. Good turn card to start checking on. Very safe bluff catch for us. And now we just want to block. Stay. That's why I stay. That is perfection. Run. On the run. Blood on your hands, we all got blood. We all got blood all over our hands. Tough texture for our hand. Obviously, we check back with the backdoor implications. Now we just give up.
Place I wanna take my baby to, where the grass is green and the sky's blue, and a mossy back sadness 1,000 years old. I wanna lay her down when the moon is bright. I wanna wake her up in the morning light of 1,000 days to never grow old.
Kiss me on a lip and a cherry sweet sunrise. Hold me tight, don't ever let go.
In that
Deep, deep country.
like sadness that won't go away. In that deep, deep, deep
Country.
That's where she is, that's where I wanna stay.
'Cause in the night of her eyes,
There's a light that shines.
there's a girl with eyes like the ocean breeze. She spends
The nights and the steps for days.
She loves me like a river, love to see where it rolls.
There's a highway long and a road deep, and the secrets are too good to keep in bars. Where
no time never moves. All right, this is a little loosey goosey, but this is way out of line. Whoops. We're in a protection bed here. Wins. Feels good. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. All right, guys, this is going to be my last orbit. Ooh, what a fun turn if it just checks through. we get wrecked. Very strange lead spot here. We're obviously going to call one. He's so bad! Oh my god, you're atrocious. It's remarkable how bad you play and just get lucky enough to run into the bottom of range. Like, someday you'll run into middle of range and just be absolutely wrecked for these plays. I know he's watching too, so I get to say that. I mean, this is a good barrel card, but I don't think we ever fold out better. Like, a 10 doesn't fold, a king doesn't fold. Sure, he could have better ace high, but we're effectively chopping. I think we just check back and realize a club. Queen's pretty good for us. Should be a lot of checking. I think we just check down, we win some small amount of time, and he has clubs. Yeah, we just lose to that hand. Nothing we can do. Nothing we can do. Very unlucky. All right, we flop a set to end the session on this table. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. All right, we got 2 more hands, and this session's going to be a wrap. Selena, I just want to see you smile. All right, team. That's going to wrap it for this session. We did okay. We won 19-5, so we got back, let's call it 17% of what we lost yesterday. Chip it away one day at a time. Just got to kind of play well, be on the right side of coolers. You know how it goes. Everybody who is still watching, please, 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 we're going to kick this right over to the vlogcast. We're going to get started there within a couple of minutes. We got a lot of hot topics to talk about today. We're going to talk about the homeschool giveaway that you guys just need to like this video, comment on our previous video of quick studies, and subscribe to the channel. You'll be automatically entered for a chance to win. And we are going to do a giveaway every Sunday, as well as the final Wednesday that I'm doing the streams on, which is the 19th. Homeschool does start May 25th. I'll be leading week 1, and I'm pumped for it. We're going to talk about the Apex Predator shit, Helmuth conquering Negreanu again. So we're going to go over the high stakes duel 2. And we're going to talk a little bit about this cash game that we've been firing in for all of you to watch and enjoy, as well as my trip to Texas. So thank you guys all so much for sticking around after getting absolutely obliterated yesterday. I appreciate the support. It's not easy to just brush it off, forget that it ever happened, and get back in those streets. But you know, you got to do what you got to do when you're a goddamn professional. That is just what the job calls for. So here we are. Appreciate you guys once again. We're going to throw it over to the vlogcast. Thank you all so much for watching, and be sure to stick around.